Well, as we all know, a vixen is a fox. And in East Asian folklore, foxes are depicted as possessing magical powers. Mischievous, usually tricking other people. Mystical, sacred creatures who can bring wonder or ruin. Well, what have we just seen this weekend? You're a no dribble? Strap in. And welcome to No Dribble, the podcast where we talk about netball, but we talk about so much more. My name's Carolyn Swindell.
Oh, what order do we go in now that we're not in the studio together? I'm Cath Cox.
Oh, welcome back, Cath Cox. I'm Liz Ellis.
Yes,
welcome
back, Catherine. We missed you last week. I missed you so much I've had to flee the state.
Well, do you know what? It is nice to be back. I do enjoy listening to you three, though, I must say. It was nice to have Gordy AM on the airwaves.
It was fun.
And then I got to see her in the flesh on the weekend.
Man.
Was that when she was smiling or was it after the game?
It was pre-game. She was smiling. Do you know who I also saw on the weekend but could not work out who they were?
Excellent.
So there was a person not that far away. I have for real lost my eyesight, waving at me, and I was doing these faces like, okay, they must know me. That probably means I know who they are. Still nothing. They kept waving, and I'm like, I actually have no idea who this person is, and now it's getting embarrassing.
Don't you do like just the wave back with the unthreatening smiling face? Hi.
No, I could have, but I thought they're waving so intently. You know, they're a good mate. Like it's that kind of waving.
Right.
Anyway, so I got a bit closer, and I'm still completely perplexed as to who it is. Even closer at this point, this person's also like, why the hell does she...
Why is Catherine doing this to me?
It was Sherelle McMahon.
Oh,
What?
I know.
How did you not recognise her?
Honestly don't know, but I could not work her out. I'm going to blame lighting or something. I want to say she's
could I
backlit.
just put this in context too? She's a very senior member of the Vixens coaching staff, I believe, and you were at a Vixens game?
She's the GM now, isn't she, of the club?
High performance, yeah.
So
But
she was in context.
Yes, but aside from that, a very good mate who I've spent an awful lot of time with.
Catherine,
yes.
you need to get glasses because the best thing is if you're squinting at someone and you don't have your glasses on, you can go, oh, sorry, I put my glasses on and, oh, I can see you. Even if you get yourself some fake glasses so you can at least blame something.
Dude, I've got some. I'll go and get them.
Does Catherine not wear glasses for anything, not distance or reading?
Oh, look, Carolyn, she doesn't read.
I have had my eyes checked.
How big's your font on your phone
glasses
for your messages?
I just don't wear them.
Okay.
Well, what are they about?
Oh. Well, it's
Do I
Mr.
look
Cox.
intelligent?
The sexy librarian has joined us.
Yeah. They're cool.
They're nice.
What are they?
I never wear them. They're proper glasses. Like they've
So you've been checked and been given glasses?
Oh, yeah.
Are you short-sighted or long-sighted?
I don't know. These
Are
help.
they for reading?
Do you need to read
far
or do you
away?
need to see Sherelle? Which one do you need?
What? Oh, no. I just looked up there and everything's blurry. So it must be the short stuff.
Okay.
You're
No. Short-sighted means you can't see long distances. Long-sighted means you can't read.
Yes.
Okay. I can see.
So you're long-sighted. I am short-sighted. Horribly
I am
short-sighted.
also short-sighted.
Oh,
But
how
I can
funny.
see, if I take my glasses off, I can see you guys here. And if I want you to be
Oh,
blurry,
so I'm the same,
so when
and
I've got
I'm-
my glasses on, actually I don't want to look at you.
Fair enough.
Do we look hazy?
Yeah.
I went and did, because my private health insurance runs a financial year. So this past week I've had everything, I've been to the optometrist, I've been to the doctor, I'm getting everything, scripts renewed. I've been ticking it off and trying to get my value out of my private health insurance. I'll tell you, here's a red hot tip. I was going to save it for No Dribble Recommends. Go to your doctor when the Socceroos are playing. It's great. I went to the doctor, I went to the post office and didn't miss anything. It was still a 0-0 draw. So.
I thought you were going to say because no one's around, everyone's at home watching it. I was like,
Well, that's exactly right. Everyone else is busy, so I get to go and do my business and then go back and think, because I'm really interested in the tournament of the Soccer World Cup, but I'm not interested in watching the games. I figure I can watch everything on highlights, but I think the tournament's interesting.
Oh, well, Elizabeth, I was just going to say I've got two things. Firstly, is going to Palm Cove part of your end of financial year looking after yourself? Is that what?
It certainly does have financial implications associated with it, but no, just taking a week, the first week of the school holiday. So my son's doing his HSC this year, so just going to go somewhere warm and not do very much, and it is paradise here. Like we're sleeping, it's usually when you sleep somewhere, when you're staying somewhere and you can hear the ocean, you also have to hear partiers walking past, you have to hear traffic all night. It's peaceful. It's heaven. Don't tell anyone. I do not want this place to fill up. There's already too many people I know here.
Yeah, my sister's just up the road.
Yes.
I think you posted a photo and my niece was like, Carolyn's in Palm Cove. Sarah's like, there's so many different places around that look the same as that. How do you know? Sure enough.
Yep. There's a picture of my feet and the balcony and a glass of wine, a very smug photo that I posted. And then Sarah sent me a photo of almost exactly the same thing. But she didn't put her feet in it though, so she can't sell her photo on WikiFeet.
Time and plan.
So we've been watching lots of the World Cup, Carolyn.
Getting up early. Ooh.
Well, yeah, so the son's getting up early, but now we have the World Cup on every morning while he's getting ready. So every morning ends at 8:28 going, come on, get your stuff going. Right,
so you're cheering like an English soccer fan with it as much anger.
Oh, my goodness.
The kids watched it at school the other day. The teacher put it on. It was on whatever day the last Aussie game was, and they watched 2 hours of the soccer that ended obviously zip all. Meanwhile, what sport can you be zip all and advance?
People are happy about that.
That's so stupid.
Have you ever read the offside rule in soccer? I tried to understand it once. Like the offside rule in netball is 13 words. In soccer, it's like 13 pages of words about what offside means. Stupid.
Nah, don't get it.
But anyway, can't even work out how far we're supposed to stand from the centre circle or the feet, guys. I was having a little chuckle at you all last week.
I was right.
It's from the feet.
I always tell my kids.
We were all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I made a career out of maybe bending the rules or ignoring the rules, but you got to know the rules first.
You've got to know it first to bend it.
Yes.
Well, so I'm not thrilled that school is letting kids stop school to watch the soccer because I feel I'm a little bit worried about my daughter's education. So we flew into Cairns, where Palm Cove is sort of 25 minutes drive north of Cairns. And when we landed, Dot was sitting next to Lewis and she said, oh, it seemed a short flight. And he said, well, what do you mean? She said, oh, it took us longer to get to Western Australia last time.
Hilarious.
Oh, darling, we're in Queensland.
Oh, did you not tell her? Or she doesn't pay attention?
We just said we're going to Cairns. And honestly, she doesn't have to fly the plane. She doesn't, whatever. But anyway, it's the same sort of holiday. We've been to Western Australia a couple of times over the last few years on this same winter holiday. Heaven. And this is the same sort of thing. Tomorrow we're going out on a boat on the reef and we're going snorkeling. We did that last time over in Western Australia. So it's like, I can understand. And, Year 7's busy. She's got a lot on her plate. She can't be expected to keep up with geography as well as everything else.
Well, to be fair, though, like when we were playing, Liz, half the time I wouldn't know where we were going. Jan Troy said, be at the airport at this time. That's all I needed to know.
Yep, that's good.
So in Dot's defence, she's probably like, man, it's not my issue.
I think that's right. But I will tell you, we're staying at an Airbnb. It's wonderful. But, there's always something in an Airbnb that I think I want to steal. And so it's come down to two things. So here is a chip-shaped
the bag clippers.
Clip to put over the top of your bag of chips. Which
don't steal those. They're like $2 in Kmart.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. But the other one, and this one I probably won't steal because it's a collector's item, a Nickelback CD.
Liz Ellis and I love Nickelback. We went to the concert.
I remember you telling me this at a dinner party at Liz's place once, and you had corporate box tickets or something, didn't you? And the whole rest of the table agreed we'd rather not go to a corporate box ever than go to a Nickelback concert.
Look at Liz Ellis. Are you that horrified?
we did. And we couldn't work out why we're the only people in the corporate box. It was an interesting crowd, I will say.
All concerts are good. It's great to go to a live concert. If you're given an opportunity, but even if it's Nickelback, you should go, right?
Absolutely.
We wore black T-shirts. We fit right in.
So what is their one hit?
Oh, like Photograph.
Okay, yep. Look at this photograph. That's
Yeah,
the one, isn't it?
I love Nickelback. I'm going to
this-
put them on today. You've
is this-
inspired me.
Is this their only album? Nickelback, All the Right Reasons. Oh, look, I've got the lyrics. I can't possibly ever read these lyrics, but I've got the lyrics
You
here.
want to borrow my glasses?
I don't know why there was so much hate for Nickelback.
I know.
I like all music.
Yeah, except we didn't really tell too many people we will go to Nickelback. We kept that
No.
one.
This is true. We kept it under wraps. And you know what? I think I might have been working. Yeah, I was working on Triple M at the time with Will Anderson and Limo. And I told them after the event and they never let me live it down ever. I should never have told them.
It's a very Triple M. Are you talking Triple J or Triple M?
No, it's Triple M.
It's a very Triple M kind of music, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like you'd get sledged as much if you went to Hanson or something like that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
completely other direction, but
yeah. Ooh, every year
all you need to
I have a Hanson Christmas CD that every year we have to work out a way to play the CD because it's now part of our Christmas tradition. It's as bad as you think it is, but when we're putting the Christmas tree up, primo, have
is it
some champagne.
all like all the Christmas songs, but with an and a bop thrown in there?
Yep, and they're
that's
Hanson.
funny.
Oh, why do you listen to No
fascinating.
Dribble for the red hot music? Like the music cred.
But what
I
is
think
it? Is there a CD player there? I can't. Like,
No, it's
the fact that there is
every
a
year
CD
it's
there
getting
is
harder and
it's-
harder.
But every year, like you're talking about
Oh,
the fact that there's a
home.
Nickelback CD there. Is there a CD player there where you are?
I don't know. There's a DVD player with a box of DVDs, which is quite good, including Strictly Ballroom, which I'm going to lobby that we watch tonight because that is a great movie, Strictly Ballroom. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So I will investigate whether it is possible to play this CD and I will report back next week. 'Cause
Please.
It's not like we will have a grand final to talk about next week or anything.
No,
like
I mean,
that.
yeah, heaps of
So-
time for that chat.
Speaking of which, I did on Saturday night, I went to the pub, thanks to Mitch, one of the dribblers who did the research for me and put on the Facebook group that I could watch the game there. So I was there with Mitch and her daughter Adele, and there was another woman there, Fiona, and they were all mad Vixens fans. And I was kind of soft fever. I didn't really care who won on Saturday night as long as it was a good game and there was wine. And certainly there was wine. And for a while it was a really, really good game, wasn't it? But I couldn't work out why are all these Queenslanders Vixens fans? And then we worked out, well, other people are also on holidays, Carolyn. So I don't know that I'm much smarter than my daughter, to be honest. But but we had a great time at the pub, and the netball crowd were the noisiest crowd, and then other people came to join us, and it was lots of fun. And obviously they were very happy, and we were all excited with what the Vixens were able to produce. But I would like to take a short break and then come back and talk about some netball.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream all we haven't fun yet.
Okay, so that was my Saturday night, and I have no clear wisdom to share about the game because of the aforementioned wine and the pub, and that we had to also have the music from the pub and the AFL noise at the same time was going on, even though every screen seemed to be showing rugby league except ours. But anyway, it's part of a journey that we as netball fans are taking on to get the pubs to fix it up. But exciting.
Exciting. Funny you say that because straight after the game, I said to Bianca Chatfield as soon as we were off air, I would really, like, obviously I love our job and I want to be here doing this, but one day I'd really love to sit with a glass of wine and watch these games. Like, that'd be really good.
It's very good.
Yeah, it'd be good fun. I know you're both lucky enough to do it, but I mean, we have the best seats in the house. I'm not going to complain. Funny though, I walked in and I thought Vixens would win. I mean, I was unsure, but I thought Vixens were a better chance of winning it. My only concern was I was worried if they would be the best team to then take on Thunderbirds the week after. I actually thought it might have been Fever, but it wasn't a massive crowd in. It certainly wasn't a sellout. And I thought, ooh, maybe that's going to be the difference between whether the Vixens are going to be fired up to get a win here or whether Fever can. But after that first quarter, it was that was put to bed because they were on another level and they did not look like slowing down. They looked like they were just warming into it. And Dan Ryan was ripping his team a new one in the very first huddle. I thought, this is going to be a big blowout.
So was it, again, as I said, I couldn't really hear the commentary as well as I would like to, wine, social, blah, blah, blah. Were the Vixens that good, or were Fever just off their game, or was it both? Because it looked to me like the Fever Vixens came out with all of the answers and Fever just couldn't find anything to respond to it at any stage.
Definitely a bit of both, although you have to say, Liz, obviously, when a team is playing that well, it does put pressure on the other side and then they make mistakes, right? So how do you know which is which? But Fever were making ridiculous errors. There was a patch where Romelda stepped out of court. There was a replay. A ball went straight through Romelda's hands. Like that stuff, there was stepping calls. You know, that stuff is not necessarily under pressure from your opponent. It can be, but there was like 3 or 4 of those mistakes in a row. I just thought, oh, you know what? It's just not your night. Shit's just going wrong and continues to. And Vixens were getting all the wins.
Yeah.
But did you see Romelda's post after the game?
I saw people's responses to the post, but I couldn't find the post. So was she critical of the umpiring?
It literally said, it was a black screen, and in white writing it said rigged.
Oh.
And it was up for a very long time and then finally deleted.
Oh. That's such a shame because I wanted to acknowledge the fact 10,000 goals, career goals. Like, I mean, oh man, that's
that really sour taste in your mouth, you know?
That's terrible.
Just give it. My mum would always say to me, if you feel like that, sleep on it.
Yes.
Give it a minute, because in the light of day, you're going to wake up and go, you know, it's what it is. It's all over now. You move on to whatever else. I feel like the worst time to be doing anything like that is in the heat of the emotion, right?
Oh,
that's hard, isn't it, with social
too.
media? Like, it gives you the ability to do something in that immediate heightened emotion, but
it also doesn't go anywhere, does it?
No, exactly right. So, that's disappointing. I actually thought the game was a ripping game, and I thought that Vixens, their defensive pressure all the way down the court, of course I'm going to say this, I thought their defensive pressure was outstanding. And, you know, last year in the grand final, I thought Jo Weston played the best game I've ever seen her play, and the other night might have been the second best game I've ever seen her play. She just, and we talk about where have the Vixens been in the second half of this season. Maybe they were just waiting for the moment to, step up, and maybe this is it, right? And that's when your big game players come out. And I was watching Jo Weston going, she is such a big game player. So, you know, you can on one hand say that everything went against you. On the other hand, you go, well, you know, the opposition were great. I thought Vixens were outstanding. Yeah, I thought Zara Walters in wing attack was just unbelievable.
Do we know why she started rather than Hannah Mundy?
Well, I honestly think she started because Di thought she was the better option. When we interviewed Di pre-game, she did allude to the fact that Hannah may have still had a foot niggle, but Hannah was warming up. Hannah was there. Hannah looked like she could have played. I think the issue going forward now is what happens if Hannah's foot, if that was an issue, is 100% this weekend. Who do you start? I reckon you got to start Zara Walters.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
She was amazing. But what a decision to have to make. Like, imagine having that much firepower on your bench.
Yeah.
And do you remember last year in the grand final, Hannah Mundy came on midway through the second or third quarter, and I thought she just injected something completely different into the game. So there's a potential to to just change the game with one substitution, and Di Honey will have the ability to do that in the grand final. I think that's fascinating.
You know, the other person who's got that much firepower on the bench, though, is Tanya Obst. Like, you know, this is like this,
firepower.
Yeah, amazing. I
What about the Vixens in prelim finals, though, just before we go? So they played in, 3 of the last 4, and they've won them all. Now they've played in 4 of the last 5 and won them all. Unbelievable.
And isn't Fever's record the exact opposite? If they go to a preliminary final, they don't win them.
Yeah. So unbelievable. Like, your back is that against the wall.
Yeah.
You've won yourself through. And they do it the hard way. So in contrast to the Thunderbirds, so the last 2 premierships they've won in 23-24, they've won straight through and had the week off. And that works for them. They've won both those premierships.
Yep.
But the Vixens love the hard slog.
Yeah.
This is the way they like to go. They like to go through playing all the games possible. And I reckon, given their form, that is a good way to go.
Because they look like they were having fun too.
Yeah,
like, I mean, not clearly. It's easier to have fun once you're 10 goals up.
11 goals. It's not often that you get to celebrate.
And it could have been that's because of Liv Wilkinson nailing a couple of super shots at the end. It could have been 16 or 17. The scoreline, couldn't it?
Yeah, it was quite the blow. I did wonder last week at the end of the Fever Mavericks game, Fever did celebrate like they'd won the grand final, and I get that, right? They were in front of a massive home crowd. It was super exciting. It was awesome. They played
hadn't won at home in a while.
Yeah, really fantastic. But then as a former captain, I go, oh, you want to just keep a lid on that. Just look like you expected it. You know, we always talked about that. Remember when we were getting flogged by New Zealand and we had this game and we were like, I reckon we're going to win. And it turned out we did win. And we talked about not celebrating like it was a grand final. We want them to think that, we expected to win. We're good. We know what we're doing. So I just think you've got to be not that it made any difference. I think Vixens just outplayed them. But
so if you're Kate Maloney, what are you saying to your team this week? What's your
I think it's interesting, right? Because they've all been there and done that before. It's exactly the same squad as last year. So they all know what to do. I think you're sort of making sure that you keep a lid on it. They all know they're playing against a Thunderbirds team at the peak of its powers. This Vixens team is a really mature team. I don't think Kate has to do too much. So if I was Kate and Di Honey, I would just be saying, just do what we always do. You don't have to do anything massively different in grand final week. You just do the things you've done all year. Enjoy the moment because they all know what it's like. So I don't think she has to do too much just because of the maturity of the team. In the back of their mind, they'll have, a couple of years ago, they got pumped by the Thunderbirds in the semi-final and then won the prelim and then only lost the grand final by 1 or 2. It was an amazing match in Adelaide. So they've been there and done that before, right? They also know how to turn around a big deficit into going very close to a win. And I suspect they'll go back to that game and that grand final and talk about the fact that they went so close. So they've sort of I thought last year everyone was playing for the right to get flogged by Fever in the grand final. And this year I felt the whole time everyone's playing for the right to get flogged by Thunderbirds in the grand final. But Vixens are the team that have consistently said, oh, hang on, there's something else to see here, right? So I don't think Kate has to do too much. What do you reckon, Cotsy?
No, I was going to say exactly the same thing. And you're so right about the Fever game last year because that's the other thing, isn't it? Like it's completely different when you get to the grand final. We saw it all play out last year. I reckon the difference for the Vixens is the way they played the game. They played this game almost, yes, they had to get a win, but they looked like they were playing it as a training run to the T-Birds. It was far shorter. It was really quick. There was a lot of just letting the ball go, even if it wasn't the best option. They just kept the ball moving. And I reckon that's what they did really well in one quarter in the semi-final against the Thunderbirds. But they have to do it in all quarters, obviously. And they did it at least 3 quarters on the weekend. So they're practicing already what they need to do next week.
I think it's going to be a great game.
It will be.
I have worked, as you know, in professional rugby and rugby league at various times, and one of the captains...
And yet we still talk to you. Can you believe it?
One of the captains in the change room in exactly the same position that Kate Maloney is in now used the expression, let's not start sucking each other's dicks yet, gentlemen. And it's like...
Fair enough. Graphic, but gets to the point.
Oh, it's like I imagine that Kate Maloney's language is going to be a little bit more. I don't know, a bit
don't
more
assume,
palatable
but
than
yeah,
that.
you would
Well,
think
don't
so.
assume. Don't assume. But anyway, that's out there for the world to know if we want to. One thing we've just talked about how bad social media can be. Something I'm loving watching is the Mavs getting around the Vixens now. Like the Mavs social media are sort of really starting to now go, well, we're going to get behind the Vixens. I think the Vixens went out to the airport when the Mavs had to fly to Perth. Mavs put some shit on the Vixens and said, well, if you'd done your job, we wouldn't have to be going to Perth. So then the Vixens went out to the airport. It's like, I'm loving
That's
this
great.
so much. It's really nice. I mean, I think what we don't want to see is a united Victoria in this country. We need
No.
but
God,
you know, as a general rule, but I thought that was it's really sweet, and once again, the Mavs winning the social media championship, absolutely.
Yeah.
From the get go, they've been the team to beat.
Just quickly before we go on, though, how good that for the fourth time in the 5 years of predetermined grand finals, or however many years it is, one of the teams has won through to the grand final.
Yeah. The only
Unreal.
one was the Swifts Thunderbirds a few years ago, and that was packed.
It was anyway. It was amazing, but it's
Yeah.
it's really cool to have one of the teams from that state in the grand final.
I can't wait. I'm so excited about the weekend. We will talk about the grand final in Friday's episode, but I will say I must apologise to the Fever. I didn't think they were a chance without Janelle, but that's they have I think surprised us all with the season that they had. A lot of that is the job that Romilda Aiken-George has done. But yeah, so I'm sad for Fever fans. Oh, so sad for Gordy on Saturday night. It's like, oh God, this is a brutal way for your season to end. But they had a great season.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm.
They should be very proud of themselves. And just quick shout out to Alice Teague-Neald, the shining light in that game. She had 40 feeds, 0 turnovers in 60
Whoa.
minutes.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, wow.
A lot
Impressive.
of ball touched in a big game like that without an error is incredible.
She's an amazing player, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, plenty more netball for us to talk about. Let's take a break though and come back because I've got something that's made me go,
Things that make you go, things that make you go, things that make you go, yeah. Things that make
okay, I'm really hoping that Alex will be putting in some stings from Nickelback and Hanson this week.
Too.
But we are enjoying, obviously, hearing our things that make us go, sting. Any excuse to have, what is that, 90s music? I think it must be 90s.
Yeah. Is it 90s or early 2000s?
CNC Music Factory.
Oh,
Who is it?
listen to you. I don't know. Why doesn't one of us go to, if only we had small devices with all of the information ever known to man in front of us. Things that make you go, okay. CNC Music Factory and
Well done,
Freedom
Coxie.
Williams. Oh, 1990. Gosh, barely out of the 80s.
Wow.
Oh, well,
Jeepers.
there we go.
There we go.
But here's something that made me go, So, when you go to kids' sport on a Saturday morning, there's a lot of cars around. There's a lot of jockeying for positions, for parking spots, and everybody just needs to stay cool, right? So we were waiting the other day to reverse park into, when I say we, Pete was doing it, we just slowed down, indicator was on, it was a wide street, waiting for the person to come out of the parking space so we could go in. It wasn't like we're going to wait here and hope someone comes back to their car. It was these people were pulling out, we slowed down. And just as we're waiting for them to come out, the woman behind us slams on the horn.
Not helpful.
Not helpful. But also, and I've Daryl Miltoned this, I've investigated this, it's illegal. You can't use your horn for that.
You can only use your horn for danger, can you?
You are only able to
serious?
use your horn. Yeah, the only time you're allowed to use your horn is to avert danger, to draw attention to something that might be an accident. So if we were about to reverse into her, she could be. So when we drive
You
off
can't
from,
use it to embarrass your children when you drop them off at school.
you cannot do that. You
What?
can't do the bip when you drive off from your friend's place having had a great barbecue. I mean, we all do
No.
that.
Catherine, what's the
obviously.
point of having children if you can't do that to them?
Yeah.
I do it every day.
I know. Do you know what the other? This is just a little diversion. We'll come back to your frustration in a second, Carolyn. I love scaring people. Like, so I've learned to stop doing it to my husband because the meat tray threatens, in all seriousness, to serve me with divorce papers if I kept doing it. So I was like, okay, well, in that case, we have to have children, and that's mainly why we had children. That plus free labour on the farm, and I love doing it to my kids. But the meat tray gets so upset when I do it.
So
Like,
they're
why
just
would you do that?
walking near the car and you'll lay on the horn.
Oh, either that or anything, right? So the other day I heard my son and his little friend who'd come to our place before rugby last week, the meat tray picked them up from the bus and then dropped them up to the house, and I could hear them in the garage. So I walked out. We've got like a sliding door from the garage into the rest of the house. And I walked out and I put my face right up to the garage door and just waited for him to open it. And as he opened it, I went, rah! And they both grabbed their pants.
Oh, a little
Which
bit of
makes me
weed would come out if he did that to me.
It makes me so happy, but nobody else is happy. Anywho.
Well, yeah, until they start doing it to you.
Oh, they do it to me all the time. If I'm come home from work or from like being away and I walk into the house at night, they'll do it to me in the same place, like at the garage door. They'll do it to me all the time. But they're standing in the dark, which is terrifying. And I have to say to myself, self, you brought this on yourself. So suck it up. And I think it's funny. But anyway.
I love watching those videos and the internet compilations of family members scaring one another, and particularly where it's like one person, usually a mother somewhere in their 60s, is just getting harassed by their 20-something son all the time, just getting caught with the same thing.
Yeah.
It's great. We used to like to put a balloon and a pin behind my son's door, so every time he would open his door, when he'd come home from school, open his door and the balloon would
This is a continuation of last week's series, parenting tips you don't get in books.
Yeah.
Wow.
But so my household is a big household, as in my husband is a big one for tooting the horn, and I just lose my mind because it annoys me so much. So it's not happening quite as much anymore. But it's illegal. We're only allowed to use the horns on our car to avert danger. So even if you're sitting at the lights and you do the very courteous, if the person in front of you hasn't seen that the lights turn green because they're looking at their phone or something, the little courteous double bip, illegal. I mean, I don't think you're going to probably get
arrest on that lady.
But it's like chill. It's like, so her beef with us was we mildly inconvenienced her. Like that is the extent of the crime that had been committed to her, that she felt she needed to, and like lay on the horn too. It was not a
Oh, wow.
yeah, and it's like
it's exhausting.
you're not in traffic, you are traffic. Like if you're in a car, you're the traffic. Like, so there's no point getting angry at other people who are the traffic because you're also the traffic.
Who's got their phone not on silent?
Not what? Is that you? Yeah. And
It's
she's
too
had, like,
coxy. It's 2 rounds of drinks you owe us.
I think it's 3. So
Hey, listen, I'm still waiting for my lunch for last year's tipping comp. So let's just ease up on the I need to shout.
Hey, listen, you're the only currently employed media professional here. You, of all people, should know that. I think that's fascinating, though. Like, particularly if you are the traffic around on a Saturday morning around a children's sports area, like that's the whole point. Take a chill pill. That is one of the reasons I moved to the country.
yeah.
Not much traffic.
Eat
Everyone's
a lot
bit
of
chill.
peaches.
Millions of peaches.
Do you eat a lot of peaches?
Yeah, but I don't grow peaches here. Maybe I should. Anyway, we
where are
eat a lot of
peaches
peaches
grown?
and we don't spend time in traffic. Pardon?
Where are peaches grown? What's up your world? It's macadamias,
Avocados,
Yeah.
cows, sugarcane. What was that, Catherine?
all the good stuff.
Snakes,
Oh,
eggs. I tell you, we have 25 chickens, right? There is a lot of eggs to be collected every day.
Yep.
My children have a business selling eggs. That's how they get their pocket money. We pay for the chook food. And we can't keep up with demand. We're going to have to move to 50 chooks.
What?
In 10 years' time, you're going to be saying to me, what do you guys do? Oh, we're chicken farmers.
That's quite the
You-
stretch.
you-
but
you
yeah,
don't want
how
that.
good.
I don't
You
want that.
My brother-in-law used to run like an egg farm outside of Warwick, and he took me for a tour of this giant shed that the chooks are in, and he had to live on site because if like the cooling broke, the heat generates so quick. This is not like battery hens either. Like it's a big barn-like thing, but so he had to be able to get that get the windows at the top open because the heat just generates so quickly from all of the chickens. But sometimes they have to open the doors at either end of this shed, and they can open the doors and the chickens don't go out which is a bit sad really, because the chickens don't go, oh, that's the door, we can go outside it. They just go, they don't acknowledge it as a change in the circumstances because their circumstances are just inside.
No.
Yeah, so he doesn't work there anymore. But
No.
he doesn't work there anymore because he was attacked by a rooster.
The
These-
roosters are horrible.
psychotic. Like
Yes,
and-
psychotic. And they've got
yeah.
big hooks on the back of their feet,
Yeah.
big claws.
Yep.
Yeah, I know lots of people who have been attacked by roosters. So we had a rooster, which we thought was a chicken. Anyway, that rooster went in the pot because it was crowing at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh,
So they
that's
are
the other
noisy
thing.
and they
Fuck.
are very, very aggressive. But I think maybe one of the reasons our eggs are so popular is because our chickens do scratch around. Of course, the downside of that is that the eagles, we've got a couple of wedge-tailed eagles who live on our farm. They think they're breakfast. So we're constantly watching. I'm just watching out the window now going, oh, are there
What are you
any
going to do if
eagles
you
around?
see one though? You're going to run out there with your what?
Well, I just run out there and go, bah, go away.
Oh,
Anyway.
is that your voice?
Well, my eagle voice is better than the meat tray's duck voice. He's having a war with ducks at the moment who are coming. We've lived here for 14 years with a pool. And just this year, the ducks have started to sit on the edge of the pool and you wake up in the morning, there's big piles of duck poo on the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
So you can't shoot them, obviously. So Matthew every morning runs out. And the first time he did it, I thought, that's it. He's gone mad. Who do I ring? He opened the door and he rang out and he went, bang, 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 bang.
Yes, he's gone back to his childhood with his fake gun like he's a
That's so
cowboy.
cute.
Love it.
Oh my gosh! Like, what are you doing? I'm getting rid of the ducks anyway.
So what's
he does it.
happened? Do you still have the ducks?
Oh, the ducks are still coming. We just can't figure out what to do about them other than.
Can you get a little pellet gun and just give him a little sting in the bum? Is that allowed or not?
Oh, I don't know. It's not my. I am getting an enormous amount of amusement out of watching
I
the
can
meat truck
imagine.
run out in the
When
morning.
my
and say
dad
bang,
and my
bang.
stepmom sold their house and they moved into a complex with townhouses and a pool, and Dad retired at about the same time, he became his job for like 5 years was dealing with the duck problem at the complex. And like they've got this elaborate setup that Dad did up on top of a ladder, which was probably ill-advised, of fine fishing wire. But it's in rows over this. It wouldn't work for your place, but this has got high fences all around it. And so it's like it's almost like a strung instrument with these, it's very precise. My father is a scientist, very precise man. And then there's all these fake owls around and all sorts of fluttering things. And
Well, I might get.
so it
the
could send your husband insane.
Oh, look, could. Sam.
Good.
He's gone. He's so gone. Oh, dear. Anyway, the fun and games involved in living on a farm.
We had friends when we were growing up who had a pet rooster. They lived in Brisbane in the suburbs, and the rooster liked the father and the daughter of the family, but not the mother, and didn't really have an opinion on the son. But Kay she went swimming by herself one day in the pool, and the rooster just came and sat on her towel, and she had to stay in the pool until her husband or her daughter got home and dealt with it, because it
Well, they're
used to
not
just
bad. You
attack
can't
her.
even shoot them away. It would
Yeah,
attack her.
yeah, this thing.
What?
I don't think that rooster lasted long after that, but she was in the pool for hours just waiting for someone to come home, because every time she tried to get out, this rooster was having a
There's
go.
only one thing to say to that rooster, and that's cock of in.
Beautiful. Oh dear. Well, here we go. We're now a birding podcast. I do like this one.
Yeah, we twitches officially.
We were the other night at the pub when we were watching the game. There were curlews all around.
Oh, they're amazing.
They are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
They look like little baby ostrich. They're freaky.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Freaky
but
little things.
Have you heard, do you know they're curlews? Here we go. This is more twitching. Curlews used to be called the screaming woman bird because in the bush at night they sound like a screaming woman.
Screaming woman, yeah.
We had a curlew here because one night it sounded like someone was being murdered out in one of our paddocks. And we jumped up and we got in the car and Matthew jumped in the four-wheel drive and just went, look at that. Oh, my God, someone's being murdered in
Those
the paddock.
ducks are killing a woman now.
Oh, this is before the duck problem. We had a curlew problem. And this went on sort of sporadically for a couple of months and then it disappeared. So we just assumed it must have been a curlew or there's a serial killer operating on one of our hills and we can't find them.
Oh
Anyway,
my
Catherine,
God,
I
this
shouldn't have told you that story.
Exactly. I'm sitting here thinking it was bad enough that I thought there were spiders and snakes up there. Yikes.
No, it's
Well,
just
I'll
curlews,
distract
man.
you, Catherine, with another story, and I'll try to put this clip up on the socials. But I saw a very short clip online the other day of people, and they're filming it from a train, of a coyote chasing a roadrunner, and it was just.
No way.
And then obviously at the end, the coyote had painted a beautiful work of art of a tunnel against a wall and
escaped.
got
Nice.
some Acme explosive. No, it's classic. It's a really great little.
Was a roadrunner actually a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a bird.
it's a bird. Yeah.
Get out. Oh, yes,
Maybe-
please place that.
I don't think the coyotes are exactly like the ones that they have in Merry Melodies, but I will have that. But yeah, we should probably wrap this up. I just do want to say, if I may, that Taryn from Epping Rams has made a next generation of netballers here in Sydney, so that's good. Little Elle is going to be a fine goal attack in her mother's footsteps, I'm sure. Taryn's a dribbler who has just done a very good job doing service to the next generation of netballers. Thank you. All right, it's Wednesday. We'll see you on Friday. I'm Carolyn Swindell.
I'm Cath Cox. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.